To our pastor, Reverend Charles Jenkins, our associate pastor, Reverend Reginald Sharp, Jr., and to my family, the Evans family. Reverend Evans' passing, this is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in our sight. As we reflect on Reverend and what he was in our lives, his name tells it all. See, he chose us to be leaders in the church. Johnny in one area and me in another. L, he loved us unconditionally and he laughed with us. You know how funny he could be. A, he adopted us to be his son and daughter. About 7 or 8 years ago, he came up with this great idea that he wanted us to be his children. Now, you know we are already his niece and nephew. So he told us in one of the many, many meetings that he would have with just the immediate family. He was not going through any legal process to adopt us, but we would now be his legal children. We were in awe, and I know his children were in a state of shock. From then on, every time we met, he would remind everybody that he had adopted us. He was so proud of us, and we were so proud of him. Why? He yoked us when we were young. That is, he gave us a lot of responsibilities, but reminded us that his yoke was easy and he would make our burden light. E, he encouraged us during the good times as well as the bad. V, he valued us, not with money, but when he was offered a free trip to South Africa, the home of Nelson Mandela, Johnny and I were the first among the first names he came up with to go on that trip free of charge. He valued our thoughts and he valued our ideas. A, he answered us whenever we called. It didn't matter the day, the time, or the hour. He always answered when we called. N, he nurtured us during the good times and the bad, the easy times and the hard ones, the ups and the downs. And S, he showed us how to live, to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before our God.
And finally, in light of what Reverend did for us, we want to thank our brothers and sisters, Micah, Ralph, Claudette, Faith, and Steve, for accepting us into the family. You have been nothing less than the best. Walter is known as your sister cousin, and I am called Johnny cousin. Thank you, Reverend, for this beautiful family you adopted us into. I know we have heard this saying, take your rest, we'll see you in the morning, but God is still working on me. So I say to Reverend, I'll see you on the other side.